All right.
Yeah.
Before the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors. And I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, I can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First record with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.
Yeah, man, shit got a little spicy today, baby. It got a little spicy today, man. It got a little spicy. Oh, yeah. Yo, what's good with the chat? What's going on? Young world, what's good with it? Shiraz, what's good with it? What's going down? What's good? What's good? TD Sports, what's good with you, man? What's going on? AJ64, what's happening, man? What's going on? Hey, man. Up close, live, and direct, up close, live, and direct, man. Listen, man, when you can't control the narrative, it get a little pushy. It get a little pushy in there, when you can't control the narrative. People got to understand. Like I said before, I said it before, man. Turkey came to the Normans about this fight first. That's what people don't know. When you try to jump out in front of people and, say you looking for this person and that person, hey, man, you can't give me an opportunity. I got the belt. I'm giving you the opportunity. You dig what I'm saying? You can't try to rewrite the narrative. No, man, can't do that. But and that's what pretty much, if you ask me, that's pretty much what it was about. Devin felt some type of way. No, I'm giving you the opportunity. Nah, brother, I got the belt. What do you mean? Turkey called me about the fight before y'all knew. So what we talking about? So when you can't control the narrative, it get like that. It get sticky in the oven. It get hot. And man, listen, all this shit did. I don't know about their side, but I know for a fact. I know for a big fact, because I've been working out with him. I know Norman going crazy. And look, and the crazy part about this whole thing is it ain't do nothing but add more fuel to the fire. Add more fuel to the fire. And the things that y'all say the man can't do, oh my God. Man. He really can't wait to display it. That didn't do nothing but add more fuel to the fire. And then of course, the day after the fight is his birthday. Oh man, listen. It's gonna be one of those fights where a lot of people gonna be mad. It's gonna be one of them situations where a lot of people be crying. You know what I mean? It's gonna be one of those situations simply because of The bullshit that took place today. You know what I mean? Granted, I see people parading around and things of that nature. And it was funny about it. Norman Jr. got humor, right? He got humor. He laughed about it. He even posted a picture on his Twitter and Instagram, with the shirt being over his head. You know what I mean? He not sweating that. He not sweating that. But if you ask me, I think Devin Haney got to get a new security guard, because how you let a 147-pound man hip toss a 300-plus man? Yeah. Literally hip tossed his ass. So with one arm at that. With one arm at that. So Tank, of course, Tank from Atlanta. I've seen Tank around, but a lot of people know Tank, and there's a lot of people who don't like Tank too. There's a lot of people who don't like Tank either. So, but the thing about it is, man, I will be live and direct in the building tomorrow at the press conference. A lot of people contacted me, man. A lot of professional fighters contacted me. A lot of people behind the scenes contacted me. Yeah, this gonna get real sticky. It's gonna get real sticky for sure. I'm not gonna disclose what the conversation was about. It's a ton of people who ain't happy. The people who are involved with the money, they ain't happy. They ain't happy. So the best thing about it is nobody was hurt, nobody was injured. But unfortunately, on the 22nd, it won't be no security guard. It won't be no dads inside the ring. There's only going to be two people. It's only going to be two people. It's only going to be two people. And it's going to be a lot of people, It's going to be a lot of people tuning in. And a lot of people ain't going to be able to digest what their eyes going to see. A lot of people not going to be able to digest that. The things that y'all said this young man can't do will be on full display. But I'll tell you this, right? Just talking about the little melee, the scuffle. At the end of the day, security guard was dead ass wrong. He was dead wrong. Especially when it's a build up to the fight. It was no hurt, harm, or danger in play. You see, they pushed each other. The crazy part about it is, is that at the end of it, you see one person come running towards the front. It should have never happened, right? At some point, you got to get tired of running, and then at the same time, it was a respectful thing, even when they first saw each other in the front of the hotel, it was definitely a respectful thing. But of course, when someone like Devin and his entourage, his team, when you feel threatened, you do some of the darndest things. When you feel threatened, you do some of the darndest things. You know who to do it to, you know who to do it with, right? Because one thing I can say, and I never touched on this, you didn't see Devin and his security guards woofing up at Tank when Tank was taking pictures on his car. Now you did you did push a smaller Lomachenko. You did do that. But the security guard was dead ass wrong. If anything, I can see him, breaking it up, pushing people away. You know what I'm saying? But the way that he did was definitely unnecessary. Wasn't called for. especially when you could have messed up the whole pot. And we talking a lot of money right here. You know, we talking a lot of money right here. The same money that some of y'all said that Norman should have took the fight with Boots. He wasn't gonna get no bigger payday. Well, he's getting ready to make more than Boots would have. What he's getting ready to make more than what Boots have already made in his career. Plus that, so we can kill that narrative too. Again, Devin Haney, he's a hell of a fighter, and I can't take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put a tweet on Twitter. You know, he was talking to my guy Remy or whatever, and I'll see them boys tomorrow. And he you know, posted a picture of Tank, you know, I mean, pulling the shirt over Brian Norman head or whatever, Junior head or whatever. He had a little caption up there saying, "Damn Tank, and he from Atlanta too," or something like that. And I was like, well, damn, my boy, you forgot the ad that, you know what I'm saying, your security guard got hip tossed by a 147-pound guy with one arm. With one arm. And then Devin, of course, Devin responds and says, "Tay, give it up, bro." Like, again, like, I don't have no pressure with Devin. I don't have no problem with Devin. For the people who don't know, I have talked to his father frequently before the whole bullshit that he condoned last week. You know, I have met Devin. He came in our locker room in Saudi Arabia. So it ain't no pressure, but they understand, like, this is like my little brother right here. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it ain't no pressure. I don't dislike for Devin. This just a fight that shit, you know, like Norman said, we got to find a good lullaby for that dream he gonna be having, since he called himself Devin the Dream Haney. That's it. That's all. So it ain't no pressure. Ain't no pressure at all. AJ64 say Bill is the problem. I mean, but again, like I said before, Bill, you know, feel as if Bill feels as if he wants to be the loud mouth. He wants to be the person to run things when, again, like I said before, you can ask, you know, if Norman Sr. popping here, you can ask, y'all can ask him. I told Norman Sr. a month before they went, 2 weeks before they went to Japan, that Turkey was going to be watching they fight. And I want to say 3 days after Junior fight, they was calling them about the fight with Devin before they even knew that they was going to offer Brian Norman. Now, granted, the Haneys did have a list out. They did have a list out, but I'm telling you guys, that Turkey called them before, let them know that, hey, we're going to offer them a contract. And that's why you seen Bill came out and say, Tay, you got admins deleting my comments, but blessings to you, dog. I don't know, under my unbiased Brim profile. I gotta go see, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, G. But with that being said, like I said before, that's why you seen Bill come out and say, we're looking for the tough guy named Brian Norman. Then, of course, it was saying that we gonna send you a contract. I know they couldn't send a contract. The only person who could was Turkey. And at that time when they were saying that, I knew that the contract was gonna be sent. So it really didn't make any sense. Then, of course, like I said before, I got the call. I mean, not the call, but a text message in the morning. And I didn't even know why Bill texted me. You know what I mean? Like, why would you text me that when we haven't even talked since motherfucking March? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, listen, I don't take nothing away from Devin. People just, oh man, you no, it's no switch up. Like I just personally told Devin. Shit, when I retweeted what he said he tweeted me back and said, "Tay, give it up, bro." I tweeted Devin back, Dev, you know I fuck with you. You know I fuck with you. We all seen it. We seen your security guard get hip toss. We all saw it. You might don't acknowledge it, but we saw it. And then on top of that, I see you tomorrow, my boy. That's what I tweeted him back. But you got to ask yourself, out of how many people contact Dev? He responded back to me. It ain't no love lost with Dev. I fuck with Dev. It's unfortunately he fighting little bro. And shit, that ain't what going on. And like I said before, gonna have to find a lullaby for that dream you're gonna be having. They come off as wanting to find a way out the fight. I don't know, because you do see Bill. I don't know. You know what I mean? A lot of people saying that. Again, like I said before, I know personally know, since it's already out there, I can say it, but I personally know that they didn't even want to fight Brian Norman Jr. They really wanted to see what was going to be the outcome between William Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson, because they wanted to offer Shakur Stevenson a contract. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying that Devin is scared or anything of that nature. No, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just telling you guys that I know for a fact that, you know, that's what it was. You did what I'm saying? Said any comment I make under my main account are getting removed for no reason. Sell out, stop being goofy. My dad was the shit when he was on Earth. All that shit you saying is goofy. I don't even know what the hell you talking about. I really don't. This has drawn more attention to the fight. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bill got some things he need to take care of. He kind of crash out sometimes. I mean, listen, man, at the same time, read sellouts comment about not having dads and Bill Haney. Man, what the fuck is you talking about, man? Somebody get that nigga ass up out of here, bro. I don't know. That shit annoying me now. Tania Marie say Norman wasn't the first option. No, he won the first option. No, he won the first option. They wanted to see who was going to be the winner between Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson. They wanted to offer Shakur Stevenson a contract. Yeah, but Dev, like, man, listen. At the end of the day, people got to give Dev his just due, his respect. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I might have been the only person who didn't even talk about the whole Ryan Garcia thing. For one, I don't even like all the drama in boxing anyway. You know what I mean? I don't even like all the drama in boxing anyway. So this ain't nothing but drama for real. You know what I mean? But at the same time, some stuff can be entertaining. It can be, it can look because nobody was hurt. Because nobody was hurt, it can be looked at in a good way now. You know what I'm saying? It's just all it did was bring more energy, more notoriety to the fight. You know what I mean? Like that's a viral moment. You know what I'm saying? Now people are gonna be want to watch the press conference tomorrow. So it ain't do nothing but bring eyes. You know what I'm saying? Now that, you know, everybody cool and shit like that, like, you know what I mean? Because people gotta understand, like, this is the fight business. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the fight business. So, like, nobody, you know, really tripping. Now, although people could have got hurt, you know what I mean? Now we're talking millions blown over stupidity. You know what I mean? When it didn't even have to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't have to be like that at all. We're just talking about millions wasted. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why you see Bill That's one of the reasons why you say you see Bill saying stop. You're gonna fuck up their money. Y'all gonna fuck up the money. And that's true. You know what I mean? That's true. The fight, if you ask me personally, because the fight getting made, knowing what's at stake here on both sides, the fight already sell itself. Shawar right. This fight sell itself anyways. All it did was bring more eyes to the fight, right? Now let's just say this. Let's put this into perspective. Now, because that moment makes things even more interesting, not only does it make things more interesting, you can possibly say, Turkey, brother, we need that fight in the States now, bro. We need that fight in the States. You can put that fight in New York at the Barclays. It's gonna do numbers. You know what I'm saying? You can put that fight in Vegas. It's gonna be numbers. Student 7 teachers say the winner will definitely become undisputed. Well, you can't say that. You can't say that. Now, the thing about it is, Dev, he's never fought at 147. You know, he's never fought at 147. So again, this is a chance for him to prove himself at 147. A chance for him to become champion again. Because you still got to remember, we still got Rolly out there, and I think he's the secondary champion. The IBF, the other two guys, the two foreigners getting ready to fight for that belt. And then, of course, Barrio's still, you know, holding on to the WBC, and he's fighting 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, though, Student 7 teacher. I get what you're saying, but we can't necessarily just say that just yet. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's too many probabilities. Like, I get, you know, of course, Devin, you can't take away Devin accolades, but again, you gotta be, you know, up front. He's never fought at 47. You know what I mean? And when people talk about the fight itself, for all we know is what we saw in the last fight and what we saw against the Ryan Garcia fight. And of course, you can throw the Regis fight in there because that was 140. But yes, he's fought some great opponents, but we also got to say and think that those guys was definitely much smaller too. Lower weight class. You know what I mean? So got to look at it like that too. So to just say that the winner of this fight becomes undisputed, for me, that's far-fetched. But I understand what you're saying. I do get it, because a lot of people looking at it like, well, shit, we already getting the two best welterweights fighting right now. I get it. I get what you're saying. But then again, we haven't had Dev fight at 47 initially. His last fight was at 144, so it definitely hasn't been 47. You know what I mean? Tania Marie say Dev either got heart or low off. I think Dev got heart for sure. Like again, like I said before, people act as if Dev got knocked out against Ryan Garcia. No, not at all. He didn't get knocked out at all. In fact, he won every round he didn't get knocked down in. And maybe probably lost the last round. But other than that, he got up every single time. That shows heart, determination, and grit to me. You know, so I think he got a hell of a heart. You know what I mean? And he got cheated. Absolutely. You're right about that. I left that part out. That's my buzz. And he got cheated. So, for sure, people, like, the way people talk about that fight, you would think that Dev got knocked out. Then you go, you know, if I didn't know any better, I go watch the fight, and I'm like, damn. Y'all act like he got knocked out. But when I watched, when I did watch the fight over, he won every round. He didn't get knocked down in, even under those circumstances. That's the crazy part about it. But you know, again, people not gonna talk about that part though. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say you got to give a young man credit, bro. Like you got to give him credit. Got to give him credit. Got to give him credit. Now, again, but parading around because your security guard did something, I'm not going. Ooh, I can say it. I'm not gonna say the person's name, but you know, it's a group chat with him, a group chat with him, his assistant, and some other media members, all in the group chat, stating that, you know, his team parading around like it was a victory or some shit like that. Like that's, come on, man, that's terrible, man. Come on now, that's terrible. We're talking about a 300+ pound guy who put his hands on a 147-pound guy, and right now Lil B might be everything 158. And we can also talk about that because the first video that we saw today was when they both saw each other in the lobby, and Dev, you know, I think Bill said, he bigger than his dad. He bigger than his dad. He a little big, Dev. Well, Dev goes on to say, no, he's small. He's small. I don't know about y'all, but that only let me know one thing, because I know Norman is only 8 or 9 pounds off of weight right now. And yeah, Dad did look big. But now we know who got to lose majority of their weight. So, you know, the saying is, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So if you 20, 30 pounds over, that means you got to come on down. You been eating good. Ain't nothing wrong with eating good. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with eating good. But Trey Titan 71176, this fight will be fight of the year candidate. I doubt it. So now you got to see, you know, damn, if you say I'm small and I'm around weight and you big and you ain't around weight, I know you got to train hard. And I just recently saw an interview with Norman Sr. and they asked him about Mark. Shout out to my boy Mark Nash. Mark Nash just did an interview with Norman Sr. and said they asked him what he thought about Dev. He said, I looked him up and down and I could just tell he's soft right now. Like his body is soft. That's very telling. Because just like Crawford stays in shape. And I don't think people listen to Junior when he talks. When he talks, he's telling you what he does. He's that dedicated to the sport. He's that dedicated to the sport. I'm personally telling you this because I know the same shit that Floyd be doing or was doing when he was fighting, waking up 2, 3 in the morning, going on 12-mile runs, chilling at the crib, then going back to work out and go do this and go do that. Norman does the same thing. I won't be surprised if he's working out right now. But I know most importantly, the things that y'all say he can't do, he can't wait to show y'all. I know that. Norman Sr. said if what happened today happened to Dev, they would have been sued. Of course. Of course. Of course. then they would have been all set up, mad and stuff like that, and the money messing up the money and stuff like that. But I will tell you this: if that press conference had of been in Atlanta, or if Brian Norman Jr. had an entourage with him, man, listen, y'all know how ATL niggas get down, man. I'm one myself. Niggas ain't going for that shit. I promise you. And it's a couple of y'all who been to the fights down here, been to my fight. Y'all know y'all know it goes down here. I.e. K-Champ. That's man, y'all gotta understand. Norman Sr., he an OG, but he a real East Atlanta nigga, man. Fucking with niggas in the trenches. That shit would have got ugly. Had the press conference been in Atlanta, that shit would have got ugly. They probably wouldn't even try to make it. They probably couldn't have make it out. But and then on top of that, it's people talking in the city right now. It's people talking in the city right now. No, everybody trying to calm things down. It's people talking in the city right now. Y'all gotta understand. Just because it may seem like somebody's new on the scene, a lot of people ain't going for that brash, boastful talking. A lot of people ain't going for that shit. And you can ask Martin Nash. Martin Nash in here. That Team Norman right there. Niggas in Atlanta ain't going for that shit. I promise you, if Norman Jr. had an entourage with him, they would have towed that bitch down. Had that press conference been in Atlanta, they wouldn't have made it out that bitch. Trust me. Trust me. But the thing about it is, when you're a solid individual, you don't got to walk around with a security guard. But when you somebody like Brian Norman Jr., who just hip tossed a 300 plus man, you don't have to walk around with a security guard. Junior not flashy. He really quiet individual. Of course, you can see he's very humorous. If you looked at his Instagram, if you looked at his Twitter, you see he's actually joking and having fun with the whole shirt being over his head. In the words of my guy Mark Nash, my guy Mark Nash say he got they turned the shirt into a wave cap. They turned the shirt into a wave cap. But like I said before, man, thank God that nobody was hurt, because I know. Said Junior got the best of Haney at the round table. Yeah, I heard, and I can't wait for the fans to see that, Mark Nash. I can't wait for the fans to see that. Yeah, I can't wait for the fans to see that. Can't wait for the fans to see that. So, yeah, that roundtable interview is going to be dope. Watching that interview he just did, Brian was giving me Margaret Havler vibes. He one of them guys. DJ, my guy DJ in the chat, man. Super chat. Now, DJ, you know you ain't had to send no super chat, my boy. You know you ain't had to send that. Devin Haney needs some new security, but it can't fight. If you know, you know, you know. Hey, DJ, I don't know if you've been on Twitter, but go look what I tweeted Devin, what me and Devin was talking about. Come on, man. We all saw it. How you let a 147-pound man hip toss your big ass? For sure, man. Much love and appreciation, bro. You didn't have to, man. But I appreciate it, bro, for sure. Oh, DJ, I was trying to find you on Twitter today anyway, bro, because Mike Coppinger was talking about the whole running rule, DJ. And if anybody know, DJ was there when this happened. DJ, who took off running down P Street, my boy? Mike Coppinger was talking about a running rule in boxing. If you know, you know. Who was running down P Street, DJ? Tell him, DJ, who was running down P Street? Yeah. Man, boys in the city want a bounty for their security guard named Tan. Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, and I just told the chat, man, people in the city really talking about like what's happening. Let's go get it done. I'm telling you, people in the city really fuck with Norman Jr., man. And I don't think people really know that's a real East Side nigga, man. Yeah, man. DJ funny though. Tank. DJ say, hey, Carpenter got out of there quick. Yeah. See, Mike Carpenter is talking about that running rule. Shit, Mike Carpenter got there and ran away from me. Had his ass running down P Street, scary ass. Scary ass. Caught his ass by himself. Scary ass started running. Scary ass. Yeah, Mike Carpenter, you want to talk about a running rule, nigga? Tell everybody how my little ass had you running down the street, bitch. Yeah, man, I can't wait for the press conference tomorrow, man. I definitely can't wait. Now, what I do know is that if me and Mark Nash was there, that shit would have went left quick. But what I do know is me and my older brother will be there tomorrow. Ooh, them Jones boys in action. Them Jones boys in action. And y'all know how my brother get down, man. Khakis weren't moving quick enough. Wanted to say, on my mama. For sure, man. Yeah, man. Me and my older brother, we'll be in New York tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be in New York tomorrow, man. Say, wow, then y'all need to be cool, Lord. Man, hey, man, we chilling. Bro would have had to shed some blood for real. Nah, for sure, man. Like niggas ain't going for that. I mean, of course, you got the security, that cool and everything, but that really wasn't like the time or place. You know what I mean? That really wasn't the time or place. Because again, like I say, thank God now, so we can talk about it. We can find entertainment in it now, right? But let's just say somebody got hurt. Then we have no fight. We have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So it'll look real bad. It was definitely unprofessional. Now, from the security guard standpoint, it may look professional to him because that's what he does. But come on, man. Even the security guards of like Deontay's, he knows not to touch the fighter. That's between them two. You know what I'm saying? They are fighters. Anybody else, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. But you got, you know what I'm saying? And Senior just had surgery. You know what I'm saying? And he, of course, Senior gonna run his mouth just like Bill gonna run his mouth. But that don't give you the authority to do that. Like, come on, bro. That was just out of pocket and do too much. And like the word that was used today, and Mark Nash just said it, dude was overzealous. And that's exactly what it was. DJ say, tell Norman to put me on a payroll. It won't happen again. Oh, I'm already knowing, Big DJ. I'm already knowing. But see, you got to understand, I don't think they understood what that just did to B and what that has done for B. That's what I don't think they understand. You know what I mean? That has done just that much right there. Has risen the stock, the brand, so high. That's the part I don't think nobody understands. The brand is risen so high. The name has risen so high. For sure. Said, besides the scuffle, I can tell it's a mutual respect between both camps. That's the important thing. Yeah. Like I said before, I just spoke to Devin. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't no pressure. It's just unfortunately he fighting little bro. Like, And I like Devin. You know what I mean? Like I ain't getting on here hating on Devin. You know what I mean? Shit. You know, I think it's respect. Even though Bill did some hoe shit, but outside of that, I ain't got no problem with Devin at all. I don't B he don't even interject to what that bullshit that be going on. Norman, shit, you know, they ain't trying to fuck up Big Norman, they ain't trying to fuck up the money. That was my biggest thing, bro. Let the fighters and trainers be able to fight for sure. But also you gotta be truthful because Bill was caught capping. That's majority of where that shit stemming from. You know what I mean? Talking about I told you we was gonna give you a shot. No. You can't give me a shot. I'm the champion. Like I said before, Turkey called me about the fight before y'all even knew. So you can't give me a shot, but I can give you a shot. Sometimes you gotta let the promoters do their job. But this fight gonna sell itself anyway. You did what I'm saying? So all the extra don't even matter. My whole school training was with the Bengals when your brother was there. He said, "Ain't nobody to play with." I know. So, but my never mind. I can't even spell that. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. My brother don't play about me. We probably don't talk every day or post each other on social media all the time or whatever the case may be. But trust me, my brother don't play about me. So when he heard about me and Bill shit, that's why he wanted to go to New York. That's why he want to come with me. He don't play by me, man. Said DJ going at Joe again. I am DHP all day, but that was bogus by the security. Nah, yeah. I mean, Joseph Townsend, what's up with you, my boy? Yeah, that was bogus, man. But you know, again, like I said before, it just wasn't the right time and place. You know what I mean? It wasn't the right time and place. Let's say we could talk about it now because nobody got injured. Let's say somebody got injured, then we have no fight. Not only do we have no fight, these two young black men loses millions over something that wasn't even that serious. Something that was between the fighters. Something that was between the fighters. Like how come on, man. And he still got hip tossed. So I rock, man. Much love and appreciation, brother. Man, come on, I rock, man. You ain't have to do that, bro. Y'all, I tell y'all all the time about super chats, man. I'm good. I appreciate you though, family. I definitely do appreciate you for sure. What's good, brother Tay? All it would have taken is for one person to jump and the rest wouldn't even be in question. After I test for third, I'm buying a house in GA and opening a school to teach FT. Shit, get with me for sure. Get with me. But I want to do we opening the school. We need to talk about that for sure. And depending on where you buy your house at in GA, so we got to make sure you're in a great location. You know what I'm saying? Did my city. You know what I mean? Make sure you're good. Make sure you're good for sure. Appreciate you. Much love and appreciation. Say, man, we saw that airport video. We know what your bro about. Hey, man, I just don't talk all the time. I don't, man, listen. Whatever they say on ESPN about my brother, believe that shit. Believe that shit, you know. But the thing about it is, he knows my attitude is worse than his. And like he said earlier, bro, I can't allow for you to get arrested. So I need to go with you because I know when you go there, you're going to go there. And I can't allow that to happen. So that's the reason why he coming with me. You know, and if he get in trouble, he don't give a fuck. Yeah, man. But the press conference is tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if there's I wouldn't be surprised if there's multiple security guards between them. I wouldn't be surprised if there are multiple security guards between them, just because of that right there. Uh, I do know that Norman Jr. has done an interview since then. Um, I don't know if the other side has done anything. Uh, Now they are using matchroom security guards, uh, in which I think it may be the Lions. Then what is my boy down here? Because I know one of the matchroom security guards. That's my boy. I ain't even gonna lie. Because even when we was out there in Saudi Arabia, home was cool. I mean, that was my guy. We still talk to this day. And that's one thing I like about boxing, man. You can meet somebody and just build a relationship, just building from a different. He in the UK. Just he called check on my kids. I called check on his kids. You know what I'm saying? Said word, no arrest in NYC, bro. My city is nasty work. I understand that. Again, that's why my brother coming with me, because he know how I am. D-Man Jr. in the building. What's up with it? Hello, world. And said, I believe Senior got a messed up arm from his fight with Greg Hackett. No, Norman Jr. actually messed up his arm when me and him was sparring. He popped this bicep muscle when he and I was sparring. That shit was crazy. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. I actually felt bad though. I actually felt bad because I know he had been working hard. It was crazy about it. He fought through it. Not only did he fight through it, he was still sparring me. And he was still cracking. That's the crazy part about it. So like I said before, for the people who don't believe the hype on Brian Norman punching, Martin Nash say y'all got some good work in too. Hell yeah, man. Again, like Mark Nash was there. I think what 2 different times or one time. I can't remember, but hell yeah, like I said before, apples don't fall too far from a tree. Norman Sr. hit hard as fuck. So imagine with a 24-year-old junior hit, like I said before, and I tell people this all the time. It's only one person who's ever hit me hard as Deontay Wilder. And that's fucking Brian Norman Jr. But y'all gonna see, I promise you. Well, y'all already been seeing it. But for the ones who don't think it's real, you're going to see. I promise you. So y'all got some good, we got some good work for sure. Yeah, we was some good work for sure. That was some good ass work. But y'all both was cracking. I mean, shit. You gotta understand, like, if I don't throw back, he could potentially knock me out. Like that. That's how hard Senior hit. Even because we had on 16-ounce gloves, 18-ounce gloves. Motherfucker cracking, bro. Like that shit don't feel good. Motherfucker cracking. So if I don't hit him back, I'm gonna get my shit rocked too. The dream versus B Norman. Go get money. Don't eat nothing over there. Why you say don't eat nothing? I've been over there and I was perfectly fine. And the food, see, I don't think people understand like how the Americans, how we have all these dyes and preservatives in our food. They don't. It's all natural. All their food over there is natural. But again, like I said, I know the Crown Prince, and I've already been in contact with, getting a gym, personal gym situated for them, and getting, outside of hotel meals, their own meals outside of the hotel meals. So I've already been working on that. So I mean, again, like I understand you, brother. You know what I'm saying? But it's just unfortunate that I've been over there twice and I've been perfectly fine. And it also depends on where you stay at. You know what I mean? Depends on where you stay at. I don't know what hotel just yet because, of course, November's far away. But if it's the hotel that I was at last time, then yeah, it ain't nothing to worry about for sure. Not to just switch subjects, but what's your thoughts on the fight this Saturday? I like Shakur. I definitely like Shakur. I think people just be hating on Shakur for whatever reason. I like Shakur. I think Zepeda just had two hard ass fights. And he's fighting too soon. Just like I thought Tevin Farmer had two hard ass. Tevin Farmer had three hard ass fights. Zepeda had two hard fights, and he was dropped. You could say he was dropped in both fights. They didn't call it in the second fight. They didn't call it a knockdown, but you could say he was dropped two times in the fight. So he was definitely getting some hands put on his ass. You feel me? Tevin was definitely taking a lot of punches in their last two fights. And if you ask me, I think they both took fights too early. I think Tevin, one of the main reasons Tevin was knocked out or stopped, however you want to put it, was because the body hasn't healed from being hit. Well, his head hasn't healed from being hit. Again, you hear Deontay say all the time, the head is not meant to be hit. Now, I'm not going to take away from Schofield punching power. It probably was that heavy. But then again, when you look at it, the man just had fought 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago? The head is not meant to be hit. Not only did you have one fight, you had three hard fights, all within, less than a 12-month span. That's a lot of cracking to the head, bro. But and I think Zepeda gonna be a little heads off. So I wouldn't be surprised if Shakur do stop him. I wouldn't be surprised. Not saying that he is. I know people gonna get on my head. Not saying that he is, right? But I can see potentially Shakur landing some shit hurting Zepeda simply because he's still heads off. Since he got hands. B look like he killing pops on the mix. Man, that motherfucker hit hard, man. Devin, Brian Norman don't eat or drink nothing until after the fights. I was too. Why all of a sudden people get sick? Why did all of a sudden people get sick? Who got sick? The food looked delicious and very healthy that you showed. Nah, for sure. Like I say, it depends on where you go. I don't know what hotel they're gonna be in, but if it's the hotel that I last stayed at, it ain't nothing to worry about. Like they had fresh food for sure. Like that was one thing about Turkey, they're gonna put you in them 5-star hotels. Both times I went, I was in 5-star hotels. Both times. 2 different hotels, but the last one definitely was a banger for sure. Facts Champs always, he always said that. Yeah, the head ain't meant to be hit. He might stop him to the body later rounds. And I can see that. Like that's the crazy part about it. I know people give Shakur a lot of slack, you know what I'm saying? And I understand it. A lot of his slack come from because the way he tweets is not what we see in the ring from the way he tweets. That's why people call him Shakur Twitterson. And I can see that, you know what I mean? Said, why have 2 fighters to get sick? So let me tell you the story. Actually, there was a fighter who was already sick who showed up and got Dubois sick. Personally, I don't know if Schofield was sick. I can care less if he was sick. However, there's still a lot of mystery around that. But I'm not here to go back and forth about it. But hey, if that's what you want to do, fine. Again, there's been many cards before that card. There's been another card since that card where nobody's got sick. So whatever, if that makes you feel, brother, be well. Andre, what's good, my bro? What's going on? From what I heard, yeah, for sure. Shakur going to show off Versapate, in my opinion. He's a master boxer. Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I just, again, the only reason why Shakur get a lot of slack, people, will say he running and things of that nature, but then on Twitter, he talk like he just a fucking monster. And then when you see it in the ring, it's like, damn, bro, you said you were gonna do woo 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 woo, but you ain't. You know what I mean? Oh no, ain't no pressure, Robertson. Robertson, Anthony, ain't no pressure. I'm just saying, like, I don't, I don't really know how to answer that because it was only one time somebody got sick, and then every other card, everybody else was good. And I know, what I'm saying, we're staying in 5-star hotels, especially that last one. That last one was off the chain. So yeah, I'm staying out of that. Staying out of what, Mark? What you talking about? Plenty of fights over there without a problem. Yeah, it's been plenty of fights. Plenty of fights. No, it hasn't been no 2 times. It was just twice in one fight week. That's all. It hasn't been 2 times. Schofield and Daniel Dubois. That was on the same card. Or you asking if I've been over there 2 times? Yeah, I've been over there twice. Yep, and Mark Nash going too. Mark Nash gonna be out there too. I'm staying out of what may not happen with Schofield. I'm staying out of that too, bro. Hey, like it's too many variables. I think the real ones know. You know what I mean? I think the real ones know. But they don't want to speak on it. You know what I mean? They don't want to speak on it. And I respect that. And because I don't want to speak on it, I'm staying out of that. Say who's your lean for that Berlanga Shiraz fight? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I still don't have a feel for that fight. I really don't. But you see, what you got to understand is this: Berlanga, he's in his backyard. You know what I'm saying? Berlanga in his backyard. What I seen from Shiraz his last fight, Shiraz, I saw Shiraz fight 2 times in person. Sorry. Shit. I saw him fight 1 time in person. He fought, what's my boy name? He trained with Coach Kevin Cunningham. He had the little tiger tail the whole week. Ammo Williams. He fought Ammo Williams, but what people don't know, and it's not to make an excuse for Ammo, he was going through some mental health problems. And as you know, Ammo Williams has taken a break. He has taken a break from boxing because of his mental health. So Shiraz did okay in that fight. Ended up stopping him. Cool, that's fine. But even watching that fight, I didn't think Shiraz was on that top tier level yet. I didn't think he was on that top tier level yet. So when he fight Carlos Adames, I felt that Carlos Adames was robbed. I felt like Carlos Adames dominated that fight. And he respectfully should have won. So coming into a fight with Berlanga, Berlanga, his last opponent, that was pretty much a gimme to get out the contract fight, to get back in the ring, and get a win. I don't know, but I know Berlanga been working hard. He got my boy Najee Lopez in the camp, who can mimic Shiraz styles very well. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna just see what the scales look like. Once they tip the scales tomorrow, and I get a chance to see what the lines do, I think I see what's going on. But I don't know. That's one of the fights where I don't know what's gonna happen. What's your take on another fighter affiliated with Reynoso popping dirty? At this point, man, it's about time to get them, it's about time to get them out of boxing. You know what I mean? Damn, that's like the 5th person who popped dirty from no boxing, no life, right? Eddie Reynoso, them, right? Ooh, and then now what's crazy is Charlo did an interview. Of course, when on his fight week, he said that Canelo probably still on it because they did raise the amount of the clenbuterol, in which they did, or the nandrolone, clenbuterol, whatever you want to call it, in which they did raise the levels, so he could or could not. I don't know. You know what I mean? But if it was low in his system, he wouldn't get banned because they raised the limit. People said that the limit was raised specifically for him. However, I always thought that Canelo was definitely skilled enough not to take anything. But I don't know. But Ryan, I actually got some interesting news on. Well, I can't even put it out there. I'm not gonna do that. But I know a person who knows his supplier. Yeah. I can say that. I personally know a person who knows Ryan's supplier. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. You had the other Oscar Valdez with the T. I don't know, man. Like at this point, it's like, what are y'all doing and why? What are you doing it for and why? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing it for? Damn, 7th, 8th. Julio Cesar Martinez, Canelo Valdez, Ryan Garcia was there. Jaime, yeah, Jaime, yep, Jaime for sure, yep. I forgot about. Damn, how I forget about Jaime. And now Rodriguez, man, yeah, this ain't looking good at all, man. And how long people can defend what's going on with them though? Because people like to defend the Canelo. Neary. Damn, Luis Neary test positive. Damn, I didn't know that. Damn, Luis Neary test positive. Oh no, I like Neary too, dog. I ain't know that. Damn, now he got to go in the X-Files. I ain't know that. No, don't tell me that, man. Berlanga was throwing a wild thing. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Like, that's what I mean right there. Let the fighters promote. You know what I mean? Was it outrageous? Yeah, it was outrageous. Was it funny? Yeah, it was funny. But let the fighters promote. You know what I mean? Let the fighters promote at the time it's need to be promoted. That was a time that needed to be promoted. It's their spotlight. It's their press conference. Other than that, man, let the promoters do what they're supposed to do. So I have no problem with that part. I have no problem with that part. But nah, that shit was funny. And Oscar said, "Yeah, you give me a lap dance right now." I'm like, "What? Pause. You tripping? I want to. Was it? I want to dance for you right now, or I put them on right now, or something like that." Pause, bro. You tripping? Pause. Yeah, and Andrew Ruiz, baby mama exposed him doing coke. So let's say 9 fighters. I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. Neary tested positive for banned substance. Zepatra, Zepatra. I ain't know that. I'm gonna have to Google that. I ain't know that. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, man. So I got to get ready to leave in a few hours. Be in boxing news. Salute to you, man. It's good. I gotta get up. I gotta get up on the New York City. I gotta get on up to New York City. Gotta get on up to. Oh, for real? Is it? Is it? Is that the off brand? Is that the off-brand? Off-brand? I bet you it's an off-brand. I'm gonna look it up. I got a book over here too. I got a book. I'm gonna go look at my book. I bet you it's an off-brand. Bet you it's an off-brand. But yeah, man, I gotta get ready to go to the airport in a few. So the generic, generic. I think all of Reynoso's fighters have popped at least once, but Canelo is the only one they raised the limits for. Yeah, that's terrible. Take it easy over there. Tell y'all be cool, be blessed. Yeah, man. My big brother coming with me, man. You know what I'm saying? My big brother coming with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Martin say, be safe, family. Yeah, you know, man. I'm gonna hold it down. I'm gonna hold it down for the whole team, man. I'm just be chilling, man. I'm gonna just be chilling, man. That's it. I just want to chill. That's it, man. Yeah, but with that being said, yeah. He said, I'll bet anything nobody gets routed tomorrow. I'll bet anything too. Hee. I know my brother coming with me though. Syria, Israel was good with it. Got to run it back. Say watch. Yeah. 817, my boy. What's good, 817? That's my boy right there. The way you said chill, let me know you on some bullshit. Hey man, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, dog. I'm chilling, man. Peace, man. But look, I'm out, man. I gotta get ready to get to the airport. So with that being said, I'm out. Appreciate everybody coming through. Appreciate the super chats, man. Y'all know y'all don't have to send anything, man. I rock with everybody over here for sure. But with that being said, I am out. I got to get up off here, man. Definitely. Time to go do what I do. So with that being said, I'm out. Love, peace, happiness. Hello, world.
Before the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors, and I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, I can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First record with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And did you know?